It's your boy Moon. Yeah, today we're back on another video. Today we're watching a video called, I know we react to NBA videos all week and all that other type of stuff. But today the video is gonna be different. We're reacting to a video by Pharaoh McGuire. It's called Horrors in YouTube Comment Sections. Now, we know how much I like to be in the YouTube and TikTok comment sections and Instagram comment sections and all that. And today we're gonna be reacting to a video, on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like that'll be more intriguing. I seen this on the front page and I was like, you know what? We definitely need to watch this. So yeah, we're gonna watch the horrors and YouTube comment sections. And yeah, let's just get into the video. And yo, I finally actually got comfortable enough to start recording with my shirt off. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because I thought there was something wrong with that until I actually started seeing Flight do it. Like, you gotta realize when y'all coming up as a content creator, y'all wanna also have a mix of habits that, some of the other content creators got. Because some of that's gonna have to be how comfortable you're gonna have to be to actually be in front of a camera, bro. So you reach peak comfortability where you can sit there with these. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there with these, bro, and just react to stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we got some water, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta realize making content ain't easy for a lot of people either, cause I even got some homeboys where, like, you know what I'm saying, like they nervous to be in front of the camera. They told me that. And that's why they don't make content. You just gotta, like, if you have the personality, you're gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we just gonna get to the video. I'm not gonna keep wasting your time. And yeah.
Ben the Bondsman is a YouTuber whose channel may just be the most accurate manifestation of the platform's slogan, broadcast yourself. For more than 14 years, he's periodically put out candid videos documenting his life working as a bondsman and bounty hunter in the state of Mississippi. It's the sort of content YouTube was originally designed for, and there's a definite charm to seeing someone with an interesting job just kind of talking about what they do, without any sort of slick production to muddy it. Ben's channel is relatively small, currently sitting at around 10,000 subscribers. You can tell it's something he just does for fun, with bounty hunting clearly being his main career. In 2017, though, something would happen that would throw Ben into the spotlight, resulting in his name briefly ending up amongst top headlines in the mainstream news. But it's not because of something Ben did. No. Just like everything we're going to talk about today, this story starts in the comments section.
I kind of want to turn it down.
He doesn't remember which video in particular he was on, but some of his audience members seem to recall it appearing on this upload, Modern Day Bounty Hunting, originally put up in September 2017. It's a video about how the profession of bounty hunting has evolved since Ben originally started out in 1999. He talks about the impact of technological advancements like social media and the internet in general, but the comment in question that would be left on this video would not be related to the subject matter in any way. It simply read,
I'm going to be a professional school shooter.
Being a YouTuber myself,
What?
it's
Wait,
more
what?
common than you might think to get
Wait,
comments like this.
what?
This video would not be related to the subject matter in any way. It simply read,
I'm going to be a professional school shooter.
Being a YouTuber myself, it's more...
Did that nigga just label that shit a profession? Are you serious, bro? Yo. Yo, some of y'all, bro, like, y'all need to be... I'm not even going to say y'all need to be under the jails no more. Like, the world is so bad, I just feel like some of y'all, like, probably should have really been, y'all gotta understand what it takes to actually be on this earth, bro. Y'all gotta really understand that, what it takes to actually be on this earth. Y'all gotta understand your dad has to lay down with your mom has to get pregnant, all that other type of stuff, right? I feel like some of y'all should have just ended up as a nut stain on the sheet or something. Like, it's just no way. Like, y'all really endangering people like this, bro. Like, it's something wrong with this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the reason why I feel like some of y'all should have never, like, really existed. Like, y'all should have really been nothing but a nut stain on the sheet or something. or just like a little droplet on somebody's body. Like it just makes sense, bro.
More common than you might think to get comments like this.
That's so
We'll talk
crazy.
about it more in a few minutes, but you'd be surprised at the sheer variety of thoughts that people will decide to record in the text box below your video. And something like this, in all likelihood, is probably just some kid being edgy. But when Ben saw this particular comment, something about it unnerved him. Just like every other YouTuber, he had received heinous comments like this in the past, but he just had a bad feeling about this one for some reason. So he decided to report it first to YouTube and then to the FBI. The next day, 2 federal agents would show up at Ben's door. They'd ask him about the comment and who left it, but Ben obviously had no idea who was behind the account that wrote that disturbing remark. Without any further information to gather,
Listen,
the
I don't know
agents
how
would leave.
far back this was, but I will really sit here and say this. I feel like the technology wasn't as good as it is today, where you could like trace back the IP addresses and all that. I might be wrong about that or whatever, but it's like I don't think they're really gonna track the cuz down.
And Ben wouldn't hear
Except
anything
for
more
if he probably actually end up doing the shit. So then they have leads and all that.
about the comment or who was behind it. At least for a few months.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, you need to just...
On Valentine's Day 2018, Ben would be watching the news, and something would catch his eye. The anchors were talking about a horrible mass shooting that had just occurred at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. It had already become the deadliest tragedy of its kind to ever occur at a high school in the United States, resulting in 17 deaths. But that's not what caught Ben's eye. No, it was the name of the perpetrator. It looked familiar. He had seen it somewhere before. Eventually, he makes the connection. He looks through his files and finds a screenshot he took months ago. And sure enough, the name of
Yo!
the account that left the comment that
No,
triggered
I ain't
a
gonna
visit-
lie. I deadass feel like the FBI should have caught on to that before he did. Like I feel like the feds just catch whoever they want to. They don't really want to do their job for real. I just really want to let y'all know that.
from the FBI was Nicholas Cruz. A media frenzy would ensue. People were shocked that the FBI had been tipped off months in advance of the Parkland tragedy. The Bureau would respond to the media, detailing the work they had done with Ben's tip, outlining how they conducted database reviews and checks to try to identify the person behind the comment, but were openly unable to link a real-life human to it, which would result in the inquiry being closed out shortly before the Parkland tragedy. Hindsight may be 2020, but it's hard to reconcile how this happened the way it did. The username behind this comment was just Nicholas's full name, and Ben's video wasn't the only one that got concerning comments from this particular account. Later investigations would uncover countless comments left by Cruz from this same account, some of which concretely
Oh.
foreshadow what he was planning to do.
This nigga was using. Oh my god, this nigga was using other crime scenes as examples, or other places of like tragedies and shit.
And some of which are just
Yo,
the
these
vile ramblings
bro,
of
these
a deranged
niggas
person.
that ass should have never been born. What the fuck? Yo, this nigga said my life is out in the woods. I hate you, city. I want a nice country girl who knows what, nigga. Mind you, this
Couldn't
nigga
interpret
is
this
a
situation
professional
as
school
internet
shooter. What you
anonymity
talking
being
about?
so strong that not even the FBI could figure out who is leaving these comments on random videos. But I'm a little skeptical. This feels more like a mishandled case to me. I mean, how couldn't they identify somebody when they already had their full name and a strong digital presence to look through? But I would like to hear what you guys think about this.
They catch
One
whoever
thing
they
we
want
can
to,
say
bro.
for
Y'all gotta
sure.
realize. I really want to tell you this one thing about America. They catch whoever they want to, bro. But I guarantee you, if the cuz was black, they wouldn't hesitate with their shit. But for some reason, like they just fucking soft, bro. Like they don't like the. Let's just say the feds really don't like to do their job unless something happens already. Even then, they're gonna be light as fuck on shit. Like they're not gonna go hard like the families and the people that this shit happened to.
Though, said out of all the channels that received YouTube comments from Nicholas Cruz, Ben the Bondsman was the only person who had an appropriate level of concern about it. Maybe it was his experience as a bounty hunter, maybe it was just a wild hunch, but in any event, he was the only one that had the foresight to see that this YouTube comment was foreshadowing something horrible. You know, I've done quite a few videos about the various YouTube features at this point, but this one is different from the others. Everything else revolves around the ways creators can present content to the public. Unlisted videos, YouTube ads, YouTube shorts. But today is the first time we're talking about the other side of the content creation relationship. We're not focusing on people who put videos on the internet today. We're instead shining a light on the people who watch them, the audience. Or in other words, you guys. Believe it or not, there are some among you watching this video right now who are harboring something dark, a malevolence of some kind.
It's not me, nigga. I'm
Obviously
a
not you
fucking
specifically.
content
I
creator.
know
What I gotta
you.
do?
You're a kind soul. You wouldn't hurt a fly. But some of you would. Today, we're going through a
Okay, it goes both ways, bro. It goes both ways. Let's be real.
collection of disturbing things people have left in the comment section on random YouTube videos. Whether it's some dark foreshadowing like in the intro of
This
this
nigga
video,
dead ass just
things
told
that
me I
just
wouldn't hurt a
don't
fly, bro.
make any sense, or blatant efforts to harm others for no reason. You can truly see everything in the comment section. Picture this. You've just gotten home from a hard day at the office. There's only one thing you're looking forward to. Sitting down to watch television while eating a fine TV dinner. One problem, you forgot to feed the cat. And now, he's taken matters into his own hands. There's a reason why you shouldn't leave a fat cat alone with lasagna. Just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years.
Mm-mm. Gotta go. Dog, why
The
are you
video you're
promoting?
currently watching is called Good Times. Originally uploaded in May 2005, it's one of the earliest YouTube videos ever put up on the site. While it may not have been the first video on the platform,
That shit look
there
nostalgic,
is
I'm not
one
even gonna
achievement I
lie.
can claim. This video is home to the first ever YouTube comment, written 21 years ago at the time of recording this. It simply reads,
Listen, I still can't get past the fact that 2005 and 2006 was dead ass like 20 years ago. I really just thought about that. I'm like, damn, mine was really born like 20 years ago. Y'all know how crazy that is, bro? Like, I really just want y'all to really understand how crazy that is. I've really been on Earth for 20 years now. 20 years. Like, everything that I've seen, everything that I've witnessed, everything that I can't even remember. This is all like a span of 20 years, bro. And you also want to know what's close to that? It's going to actually come a time where my latest memory, my earliest memories are going to be 20 years ago, bro. 30 years ago. It's going to come to a point like that. So, like, yeah, like, I just find that sad, bro, like how fast life really be moving, bro. That's so crazy to me.
this is what my desk looks like after you
Hey,
log
bro.
into work.
Stop!
My desk
Yo,
was-
your breath is balling, bro.
I
Don't ever
always-
do that shit again.
Believe it or not, it took YouTube a few
Y'all
months after
ASMR niggas
launching
need to
to
go to hell. I'm
actually
not even
implement a
gonna hold you.
commenting feature on videos. Since then, the comment section has gone on to become its own sort of unique folk medium. Think about it, it's the first time in the modern age that an audience can directly interact with the media they're watching. You don't get to leave the director notes when you go to watch a movie at the cinema. It almost harkens back to the days of Shakespeare, when audience members would treat the drama happening on stage not so much as a performance, but rather like a real-life event unfolding in front of them. They'd talk back to the actors, yelling out when they thought the characters weren't doing the right thing in whatever scene was currently occupying the stage. Today, though, you don't have to yell out suggestions when you think whomever you're watching isn't doing the right thing. You can simply type a snarky comment to achieve the same effect. Whether it's Bob who's taking over YouTube, people responding to song idea requests with Darude Sandstorm, or a user simply commenting first, YouTube comments have been the birthplace of many a trend on the internet. But if I'm being
Wait,
honest,
how the fuck would you do a song idea request back then on YouTube if nobody can... Were y'all able to go live? That's my thing, because I'm pretty sure niggas ain't going... I don't know, bro.
becoming a creator
just go
myself
watch. I gotta
has
stop
definitely
pausing
changed
this
the
shit,
way I view YouTube comments. It used to only be a place I'd scroll down to see the interesting reactions people had to the videos I was watching, especially in the days when YouTube would have a little separate section for the top 2 comments on any video. I actually wonder why they got rid of that. But now that my own videos all get thousands of comments each, I see things a little differently. The comment section almost feels like a chaos generator now. Whenever I put up a video, Every single opinion that's possible to have about said video will be written out in the comment section multiple times, from total adoration to complete and utter disdain and everything in between. Every little problem will be nitpicked multiple times. Every suggestion that's possible will be written out more than once. Every joke, every interesting observation, after a few days, everything unique that's possible to say about a certain video will be exhausted, and it feels like from then on out, every comment becomes a repeat in some manner. It's like the Library of Babel every single time I upload. It's a little unnerving to see the scale of humanity in this way, especially since this is happening on my channel, which is small potatoes in the grand scheme of YouTube. Occasionally though, you will get comments that actually stick out in some way, and these always end up being the most memorable. There are people out there with very unique minds after all. In 2015, the band Portishead would upload a music video for their song Only You, which comes from their fantastic self-titled album.
This better not be no
The
weird ass
video
video.
currently has 9 million views, and the
Wow.
comments here are pretty much exactly what you would expect on a music video. But there is something strange here. The volume of comments. Out of the 9 million people that watched Only You, 28,000 decided to comment as well. That may not seem like a lot. There are YouTube videos with less views and more comments, but you have to remember that this is a music video, which tend to not get as many comments. For example, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys has twice as many views, but more than 5 times fewer comments. In fact, Only You has more comments than music videos that have more than 15 times as many views. There's nothing unusual about this video that should attract so many comments. Maybe reading more of them will help us understand what's going on. Among the normal comments, you'll start to notice a weird trend. Everybody seems to be mentioning somebody named Do What. In fact, a bulk of the top-rated comments aren't talking about the song at all, and are only discussing this YouTube user. What exactly is going on? Scrolling down a little more reveals what everybody is referring to. Suddenly, the other commenters disappear, and only one is left. Do What 1589. This person has left a mind-boggling number of comments on this song.
What the
Almost
fuck?
2,000 at the time of making this video. To put
2,000?
that in perspective, that's around the total number of comments I get on videos that have more than 700,000 views, all coming from just one person. The earliest one was written in September 2018, and Do What apparently kept writing all the way to June 2019. The content of these comments are nonsensical. It almost seems like they're talking to somebody who's not there, or perhaps just to themselves. Sometimes they'll write a comment and then reply to it several times, which sort of makes me think that this is some weird stream of consciousness solo conversation. One thing I find kinda interesting is that Do What seems to not even enjoy this song. They write multiple times talking about how they don't like it, yet they kept commenting on it multiple times a day for 6 months. Some of these remarks can get dark, referring to acts of violence several times. He also makes mention of different illicit substances, as well as discussing shelters and being homeless. In one particularly long comment, Do What rants about being followed by a woman, who apparently accused him of using marijuana, which he apparently didn't actually do. He suspects that this person is intentionally trying to get him kicked out of some sort of facility. Some internet sleuths interpreted this commenter as somebody just being edgy on the internet for attention, but I'm not sure if I agree with that assessment. This is purely anecdotal, but I once had an online friend who went through a rough period in their life and eventually became homeless as a result, and this is exactly
What?
how they used to speak when things were getting bad. If you've had someone in your life who's gone through a similar situation, you'll likely know exactly what I'm talking about. I think this person is perfectly earnest, but who exactly are they? Clicking on their profile greets you with a description that simply reads,
Fuck you!
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Twice Yearly Prep is here. One office visit every 6 months. 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's 1-2 prep. That's yes 2 go. Yes.
The only piece of content here is a playlist titled Hey. It features only a single video. It's a 13-minute long animated short film titled In Shadow. There's no dialogue at all in this short, It features unnerving electronic
Shit look
music
weird.
not terribly dissimilar to Portishead, and it appears the idea behind this film is to express the fragmented unconsciousness of our modern times, or at least that's what they say in the description. It features different scenes from modern everyday life that have been distorted and perverted in some way.
What the fuck?
Look, we could speculate more about what may have motivated Dua to comment 2,000 times on the same video, but I don't think there's really much to uncover here. I think these are merely the rants of somebody going through a very troubled time in their life. Within the internet mystery community, a lot of cases pop up revolving around unusual accounts posting strange things that more or less come down to mental illness in some way. There's no darkness to uncover or crime to connect to this. It's just somebody who needs professional help. Content creators like me, and including me, will cover these cases because they are indeed still interesting. But as a result, you'll get attention seekers who start copying the person being documented. Remember how I said this Portishead video has 28,000 comments? Only 2,000 of those come from Duwad. So what about the other 26,000? Well, a lot of it is just Duwad copycats who are doing exactly what he did, writing many nonsense comments on this one video. I don't personally understand what would push somebody on the internet to want to copy a severely troubled, unhoused person. Is this really how desperate some people are for attention? And before you start thinking that maybe there's more to this and these other commenters are somehow connected to Duwad, you should keep in mind that the copycats only started popping up after multiple large YouTubers already covered this case. Speaking of large YouTubers, if you ever end up finding yourself in that position, then you may be familiar with something called hidden comments. You see, when reading through your YouTube comments, you'll see all manner of opinions about your video like we already discussed, but you'll also notice something else. Everything will just seem kind of cordial. Unusually so. Yeah, I know, but I actually am serious. Normally, you would expect internet comment sections to be chaotic beds of human expression, completely unrestrained by any sort of societal expectations, because of the nature of online anonymity. But YouTube comments seem to be a little more polite. There's a very good reason for that. YouTube actually now actively hides comments that they deem to be a little much. Not necessarily comments that are negative or criticizing the video or creator, but rather remarks that are uncouth in some way. If you've ever decided to go a little off the rails in the comments section, refresh a page and then notice your comment wasn't there anymore, it's not because it got deleted. YouTube just banished it into the shadow realm. But believe it or not, this abyss can be accessed. If you go to the community tab on your YouTube studio, there's an option to view all of your hidden comments. And oh man, it's one thing to get a mean comment. It's another thing to see literally every single angry thing anyone's ever said to you, all put in a chronological list. Especially when you have the sort of exposure a normal full-time YouTuber has. I know a creator who literally took a month off after opening the hidden comments page for the first time. It can genuinely be an awful experience, especially depending on the sort of audience your content tends to attract. It's just all slurs, slander, and threats. I don't know what possesses somebody to threaten someone who's completely inconsequential to them in real life, but people just kind of do it anyways. Almost always it ends up being empty, but sometimes those threats in the hidden comment section can indeed amount to something. The late 2010s were somewhat of a tumultuous time when it came to internet culture.
Finally.
What some may have described as a culture war was coming to a boiling point, with people identifying with the left and right-wing ideologies becoming increasingly polarized from one another. A lot of this discourse seemed to revolve around childish things like who's playing who in superhero movies. One of those heavily affected by this mostly American-driven societal force was someone named David Swanson. Originating from Utah, this 35-year-old man was heavily interested in the commentary community, a genre of creators that all make content about what's going on around the internet, a niche that mine and other horror channels tend to be adjacent to, if not directly a part of ourselves. After all, this is a video about YouTube comments, it's very literally commentary. On a clip of the H3 podcast discussing how Logan Paul and KSI initiated a copyright strike against them, David would write a comment stating,
The only thing that comes after the death of YouTube is authority for all the executives that were rightfully murdered.
There is a tendency in the commentary community to express frustration with the platform of YouTube itself, something that creators in my niche can also relate to. Ethan Klein does express this frustration in this particular video, but like some audience members do, David takes it to an extreme, exaggerating pain points to the degree of wanting to erase the existence of the platform that hosts and directly makes possible the content he seems to enjoy. On another video, this time a PewDiePie upload discussing how the creator wants to put an end to the subscribe to PewDiePie meme for a number of reasons, but mainly because
They
the
should.
perpetrator
What
of
you
the
mean?
Christchurch
Ain't
tragedy
PewDiePie racist or something? I don't know, bro. But I really used to watch PewDiePie when I was younger, and I heard something like that. Like, bro, this nigga really had some top tier content, bro. And then I don't know what the fuck he did, but it was like,
tried to shout it out during
I
his
just stopped
rampage for
watching,
some
man.
horrible reason.
I used to sneak and watch PewDiePie though, cause like I had to be like maybe like 7 or 6 years old when I was watching PewDiePie, or like was I 10? I don't even remember. But this had to be like 2014. It definitely was 2014. So I had to be like at least like 6 or 7. I used to sneak and watch PewDiePie though, no bullshit.
Appearing to completely ignore the message and content of the video, David would write,
I'm not saying YouTube employees need to be bad, but I know they are at least as evil as any of the worst groups in history because their hearts are evil, and they happen to be wielding the power of speech. They won't last much longer.
He would then write a second comment, which I will not read out or show because it's simply too much and I don't want to get demonetized. Like I said, threads like these are not terribly uncommon. People write all manner of insane things in the comments, and checking the hidden comments section exposes you to a smorgasbord of stuff like this. But the thing is, David wasn't just talking smack on the internet. He genuinely meant everything he was saying. He would drive from
That's
Utah to
David?
San Francisco, later telling police that he was planning to attend a Mormon ceremony there. He'd make his way to San Bruno, where YouTube's HQ is. He'd then drive by the building several times while brandishing a firearm.
This nigga is
Police-
dead ass. This nigga trying to kill YouTube.
To be made aware
Yo,
of
he
these
really
activities
trying
and
that
all of
shit.
the comments Swanson had posted.
This
and
nigga
they
is
confronted
dead
to question
ass,
him
bro.
about everything. David would eventually admit that he intended to intimidate the employees of the company.
YouTube comments or threats. Threats to kill employees. Drives to HQ with a gun. Police.
Which would lead to him getting charged for making terroristic threats.
Yo, this something's really wrong with this nigga. Like, you drove what looks like 19 hours, bro.
Us creators like to rant about whatever bad stuff YouTube is doing and how they're failing us in some way, rightfully so, because they do end up letting us down from time to time.
Sometimes I just
But it's
gotta
important
ask,
to
like,
keep-
do these people not have, like, you know, goals and motivations and all other type? Like, do they work towards anything? Do they have a job? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really thought about, like, are they in school? Do they have a job? Because there's no way you thought, hey, bro, I'm about to take 19 hours. I'm about to go to the YouTube headquarters, right? And I'm going to try to threaten their ass and kill them. This nigga really did that. He thought he was going to do that, bro.
Keep things in
That's
perspective.
crazy.
There's no other platform on the internet where somebody like me can make a living producing long-form videos for hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of people. Yeah, sometimes a video can get demonetized unfairly, and it's pretty annoying, but don't misunderstand me. I'm eternally grateful for this platform. I love all the different interesting niches that are always popping up. I mean, I probably spend more time watching YouTube these days than actual movies and TV shows. And on top of that, without YouTube, I'd still be a programmer, instead of being able to make these cool videos for all of you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Before we go, I just want to mention that I finally released a high effort music project. It's called Pharaoh 1, and I'm very proud of it. If you've ever wanted to hear the full version of my outro music, which I'm always getting asked about, well,
Listen.
now you can. It's the last track on the album.
What
I'll
does
put a
this
few links
nigga,
below
what
if you
this
want to
nigga
check
outro music sound
And
like?
last but not least, have a great night.
Y'all niggas corny as fuck. This the outro music? Okay. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is the end of the video. I hope y'all really enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? These weren't really eerie. It just, what it really made me realize is, it's a lot of fucked up people in the world, like, behind the internet. And, we deadass do have, like, a lot of, I could definitely say we definitely do have a lot of, like, how do I really explain it? Shit. I don't even know how to explain it. But we had a lot of crazy ass people in this world. I really put it like that. Cause there's no way that these people really think like this. And then at this point, I can't even say they should have never been born or anything like that. Cause it's like, bro, how the fuck do you know you're even gonna have a kid like that? How do you know that? You know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta think about this also. A lot of us, I feel like the main reason a lot of us is fucked up and we come out with these disorders and these disabilities and all that is because you're only in the womb for 9 months. Do y'all realize that? Like literally only 9 months, y'all. Only 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Like that's barely even a year. Like it really takes 9 months to build a human. That's so crazy to really think about. And I heard somebody say that too. They was like, we be in a womb for 9 months, and you think when you get out, your brain is gonna be all the way there. And mind you, plus it's some people that are born premature. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even blame some people for being the way they is or just, you know, being unordinary. I feel like all of us are unordinary though, like on some real shit. There's no such thing as like a normal human being. There's a such thing as the norm, but there's no such thing as a normal human being because you gotta think about it like this. If somebody from the 90s or the 1700s was to meet somebody nowadays, bro, we would think each other's weird. And it's because we grow with the norm. It just depends, like, on what time period you're in, bro. Like, on some real shit. So, like, that's honestly how I really think about it. Like, none of us are ordinary. None of us are normal. We just our own people, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really got to think about some shit like that. We are all our own person, bro. Ain't nothing the same about any of us for real, except for the outside. The inside, something different. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. You can have, like, I guess, you know, if you related to people, you can have, like, similar personalities, similar energies and all that, but other than that, bro, people are, we not all the same, bro. And y'all gotta understand, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. We out, we been, y'all be safe. I'm trying to think about what video I'm gonna record for tomorrow. And yeah, we been. Y'all be safe, man.